Hey, it's Josh here, and I got a really good matchup today with the 1996 Yamaha waveblaster 2 going up against a 2003 Seadoo XP DI. In this head-to-head, we are going to do a few different tests to compare these things to each other. First, we're going to go ahead and do a good old-fashioned drag race. Then we're going to do a bit of a slalom or like tight corner, like buoy type comparison test. Then we're going to take them over to our test track and lap them for the ultimate test of acceleration, top speed, and handling. And the lap times will really tell the full story. And in the end, we are going to crown a winner. And also, the Wave Blaster one with the triple swap decides to crash the party. So you're definitely going to want to stick around and see what happens. For those who don't know, let me familiarize you with these machines real quick before we get going. They are both two-cylinder, two-stroke engines. The 1996 Yamaha Wave Blaster 2 is here, the one in yellow. Comes in with 90 horsepower, weighing 340 pounds, and an overall length of 8 feet, giving it a power-weight ratio of 3.8 pounds per horsepower. This is a very similar size to the Seadoo XP DI. The red 2003 Seadoo XP DI coming in at 130 horsepower, although I will say it's probably slightly less than that, calling it a bit detuned. So it's not running 100% perfect. So coming in at 8.9 feet long and 562 pounds, giving it a power to weight ratio of 4.3, which is actually a worse power to weight than the Wave Blaster 2. So now you can kind of see where we're going with this test. This particular Seadoo XP, with it being slightly detuned, as we will say, is a top speed of 51 miles per hour. So this is looking like a very close matchup between these two machines.
Was hoping they were more close to the same year, but they're not.
So these technically didn't fight together in the same war.
Right, but honestly, the size of them and kind of the size of the engines, in my mind, kind of puts them in the same type of class.
Yeah.
Like they're real similar on size.
This is running, I think, like 90 horsepower, something like that.
That's 90.
85, 90, something like that.
And this is supposed to have like 120 or 130, I think.
Yeah.
But this one's professionally detuned with just like being old and crappy.
First up, we're going to go ahead and drag race these things.
Okay, Jacob's got his Wave Blaster 2. He's really loving that thing. And Jacob really seems to be turning into a couch guy, so watch out. Wave Blasters can convert stand-up guys, so caution. 3, 2, 1, go!
As if that water wasn't choppy enough, we're now going to drag race again with the water being even more choppy.
3, 2, 1, go! I got him, boys! He had a terrible jump that time.
Alright, so it's going to be the 2003 Seadoo XP DI taking the drag race. Although only slightly faster top speed, like 5 miles per hour, that is what's getting it the win, is that slight extra top speed. Whereas the Wave Blaster 2 actually has a better pull out of the hull, and that's going to be the power to weight ratio there. And then once they get up to speed, the XP DI takes off and gets away. Obviously, that's the top speed difference and the larger horsepower number difference. Jacob and myself, we're gonna run a little bit of slalom here.
Okay. Hi guys, it's Jacob here.
Call it maybe a little bit of cat and mouse, where one person kind of sets the line doing some corners and stuff. The other person has to hold pace just to see kind of how they stack up in a cornering type of a matchup.
Let's do a follow test in the chop. You lead. All right, I'm gonna just try to stick with them. We're doing follow the leader. I've got the nose up because of the waves. I don't want to grip and dive into the waves. Not having too much trouble keeping pace with him. I don't want to run too close and accidentally, you know, have something weird happen where we collide and have to do some fiberglass work on these skis. His is running smoother lines, if that makes sense. So he's sweeping smoother through the corners. This is more of a point and go ski. God, that's dang shallow. I slowed down there because I was scared of how shallow it was. Let's have them switch. Woo! That was good fun though. And these two are really well balanced against each other in the chop in that. All right, you try to follow me. Yeah.
Switching to a reverse camera angle just so you can get a good view of Jacob while he attempts to follow me here. I end up having to get rid of my goggles to do that, and it ends up with a lot of water going into my eyes, and I'm having a bit of a struggle with that. Jacob is also getting quite drenched trying to hold a steady gap during this test.
It's really hard for me without a helmet and goggles.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to stay on camera, and it's
Yeah, I see your face is drenched.
I'm gonna tell you, the 951 DI for handling, that thing kind of handles like a ship, but it handles good somehow. It handles bigger than it is. Maybe not in the tipsy like fall over when your wife's on the back type of way, but like as far as like steering and nimble in this, it feels like a big old ship, but it actually kind of handles good, I think. But also, I don't know, it's not totally like seamlessly intuitive, but you get your tail onto that waveblaster too, and everything is like quantum cranium connected. Your brain is directly connected to what you want it to do, and it does exactly what you want it to do. It does it perfectly, and it's just not like totally like way fast. So I would say that I like the Wave Blaster 2 more than that XP DI. But you know, I think I've ridden older Seadoos that I also liked more than that XP DI too. So maybe that XP DI is not quite as good as like an X4 or whatever, one of them older like good Seadoos. You know what I mean?
To give a winner on this sort of cornering test, I would have to say it's kind of weird because the Wave Blaster 2 has more of a corner at all costs type of hull design. So it just kind of will do it. It's like kind of like razor sharp, goes in, but it nicely flows under the corners, and in my opinion will outturn this particular XP. Now the XP will be faster in a sense of like long open corners, like bigger sweeping corners, because it does have a top speed advantage. But this test was more about actual which one has a better cornering ability, so I'm gonna have to give it over to the Wave Blaster 2 on that, although they are quite close, and the XP, it really isn't that far off in like a really tight cornering ability. Although the XP is more of a stop, pivot, and go type of a ski, where the Wave Blaster 2 can hold a nice steady arc and hold a nice steady line, which in my opinion is more preferable. But that is how the Wave Blaster 2 is built, is to turn at all costs, meaning that it does give up some top speed because of the hull design that allows it to turn so well. We know that the Seadoo XP is faster. We know that the Wave Blaster 2 turns better. Now it's time to take it to our test track to see which one can put it all together to get the best lap time and which one can get the overall win here today.
Yeah! Yeah! Lap times! Woo!
And don't forget, the Wave Blaster 1 with the triple swap is still going to come out and play, so you're going to want to stick around for that.
Hey, here we are on the track. Pretty shallow really, but that's gonna make things tricky. Shoot! That log is floated right in the way. Trying to get over to our beach area. Has a nice gradual incline over here, so this is where we like to kind of pull up. I don't know if I'll be able to run today.
Well, I think I can avoid that danger log.
That's like really narrow coming in.
Yeah, well, I just gotta line it up right, I guess.
Dude, it's super sketch.
I'll do a couple of practice.
Okay. So the trouble is that log, the other day when I was running the boat, it wasn't right in the middle of everything like it is right now. And then when I came over this log with the XP, the back end hit just when I was coming over here. You can see it really blocks off this side. And I mean, we could pull a lap time, but we're gonna have to stay over here, and it's gonna drop our time down a bit because of how it changes where you got to go through the corners. So I mean, we can do it, but I would just give these lap times a little bit of grace, as in, like, I would minus like 1 second off, maybe 1 to 2 seconds off each lap time to account for the changing of the course here. But it will give us an idea where these two skis sit. I think he's going to go. That's not how you would start a lap, so I don't know what he's thinking there. This log is the start finish line. This one here, it's like, it actually, start finish is actually right here, kind of to the mouth of that opening. And we do need to like stake it out with stakes so you can really see it a lot better. And it's a bit shallow today, really, but we do need to get these times done. His waveblaster 2, for one thing, he wants to swap the motor, so we really need to get a 760 lap time out of it, because that's what it is, a 760 right now. And I suppose his rolling start could account for that weirdness he just had to do. Alright guys, gonna run the Seadoo XP DI down the track. Will it become the legendary fastest ever 2-stroke on the track? You're gonna have to wait and find out. I'm gonna allow for more of a rolling start than normal to account for the weirdness in the track there, because that log is forcing you to do an extra curve, taking off and finishing. So extra danger logs today, everybody. Extra danger. If you like danger, you're gonna love this lap. Okay, so we're allowing more of a roll for this weirdness here. It kind of takes away from the acceleration test, which is too bad, but hey, gotta account for it somehow. That was intense. Didn't love the way it handled. Didn't love the way it ran. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, it was kind of like bup, 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 bup. Like sometimes it was on the pipe, sometimes it wasn't. Not really what you want, but hey, gives us a ballpark idea where this is gonna sit. I'm betting it's not fastest of all time. I'm betting it's right in with the GP 1200s. Oh, that was a sketchy lap. I'm gonna run a lap time, the Waveblaster 2. I've never ridden this before. Perfect way to get into it.
It is. This is the best way to get it tuned with a ski.
Got a lot more snappy than that idiotic XP. Oh, as I say that, it's kind of doggy on the bottom. Guys, I'm not running a lap right now. I'm getting accustomed to it. nicer. Okay, I think I can do this. It feels like it's a lot sharper, and it also, it's all the way around more nimble than that XP. Okay, I'm allowing for a rolling start due to the weirdness. So here we go. Oh, this thing carves great. It's like a razor blade, man. Oh, that turnaround was not that great, but hey, whatever, guys. This isn't my ski, so I don't have to get the fastest freaking lap on it. Through the S-curves, past the original danger log, coming up on the new danger log, the slim finish line, and across the side. That was a really relaxed lap. The engine died right there, so I crashed into the shore. Really interesting timing for that to have happen. Pretty not a big deal, but you know, I do feel like an idiot. I will say that this thing is like much better handling than that.
Yeah? So you dig in the waveblaster too?
I like it, but I had a couple of weird power issues.
Yeah, where it was like,
Like right there, I like was over there and I was like getting ready to turn around and it died and I went straight into the shore. I would have you run the helmet cam, but you know, like social distancing, can't be spreading our saliva, we can't be close to each other.
and I am licking the handlebars on
Yeah, exactly. So we'll do the third person cam, which obviously isn't the greatest because then we can't be right up in with the action. And start. And there he is across the line and I'm almost falling on my face.
Did you see that?
You mean the turnaround?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, God.
I heard you going, ah!
Yeah, I thought I was gonna go in the drink. Basically, I like knifed this thing 180 and this, I don't know, I didn't do it right and like the whole front of this thing went under and I was trying to not fall in the water.
Oh, on my first lap, I almost hit the pole with this thing.
I didn't even go around. I was like, stayed on the same side and I was backwards, so I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was interesting. I guess I'll go again. I noticed that the steering is stiff.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like
Interesting ride.
I'm trying to get that thing back up to like good usable standards, but I still got some things to do on it.
Well, that's really
And here he goes for the start right there. But yeah, like I was just saying to Jacob, I'm trying to get it back in a nice usable condition. Like I'm just working on it. It's a process. Like things like that, like really tight steering drive me nuts, so I am going to take care of that at some point, you know, and I'm going to get that thing totally dialed in. So before it, like the plan with that is to honestly just to sell it, but I gotta get it kind of, I always have to have things in good shape for the next owners. Like I can't just like shuffle something off when there's like a bolt I didn't tighten or like something I know I could have done to make it better. Like I just have to have it as good as I can have it and across the line, otherwise it doesn't feel right to me. And like if I know there's something weird about a ski, I'll be like, look, this is the way this is. Like on that one, I'll have to be like, there was a speaker mounted here, these holes are silicone, just so you know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Yeah. real interesting ski, you know? I don't know that I like, I
It?
don't know.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Hey, pop the hood. Let's see what our top speed is. 51.
Hobby, is that what the internet says?
I think it should be running 60 really, but
This 60, huh?
I think, I'm not 100%.
Wow. I wonder if I can get to that speed without getting my leather jacket wet.
Well, I could probably drag it over here if you want.
Yeah, I don't think it's very deep.
On the Wave Blaster 2, the lap times, Jacob, you did it in a 47.5.
Oh, wow.
And I was able to do it in a 46.33, so I guess I win that sort
I'm
of
going to tell you
head-to-head between
what
us.
I was thinking in the moment when I was riding that thing was that that thing's probably mirroring the black Superjet lap time.
Seadoo XP DI, Jacob ran it in a 46.13.
I remember I did a weird, I screwed up the lap and that ski was a little weird to ride or something.
Funny thing is, that is faster than his Wave Blaster 2 time by about 1 second.
I remember one of the lap times that day, I totally botched up the corner and then I compensated by cutting over I did a landslide. I went over the corner that was 6 inches of water and took a shortcut to make up for it.
All right, well, my fastest lap on the XP DI is the one where I skin the turnaround pole. I don't actually touch it. I come as close to it as physically possible without touching it with the ski, and I ran it in a 43.14.
On that Seadoo?
Yeah. So anyways, the lap time, we're going to have to give that win to the Seadoo for making better times for both of us and the Wave Blaster 2.
Well, realistically, the Sea-Doo of the DI-5 or whatever it is in the Sport Spec Class 3, so that's in the next tier up. And we're going to try to class up the Wave Blaster 2 for next year to get it up in the next class up at the same time as the Sea-Doo of the XP or whatever it is.
We have the XP DI winning the drag race, Wave Blaster 2 winning in the slalom or handling category, and the Seadoo XP DI winning for the lap times, which makes the XP...
Hey, and the winner of this competition gets sold.
Jacob at first said the loser gets sold, then he realized that the Wave Blaster lost and he's not selling it. But anyway, so Seadoo XP... the Seadoo XP DI wins, and this is what I have to say about it.
951 cc's of pure awesome! Yeah!
All right.
Oh my goodness!
Gotta love, give it up for the Sea-Doo. First of all, let's hear it for the Sea-Doo. Oh yeah, dude. Factory Sea-Doos. Well, I'm gonna tell you folks right now. Say you're going out on Craigslist, you're on your computer, your desktop computer, and you're telling your wife, "Hi honey, I'm gonna buy a jet ski, okay?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy that you're gonna buy a jet ski." So, you got the two to pick from. You got the Wave Blaster 2 and the Sea-Doo Red XP 951 DI. Now,
Which one would you buy?
well, let's just simplify the question. Which one did I buy? I bought the Wave Blaster 2, and which one did Josh buy? Josh bought the Seadoo XP of the thing.
I did not buy that. I got it in a trade deal, and I personally would also rather buy the Wave Blaster 2.
Right, and I knew that, which is why I said that to make you make the clarification to them. So now you know. All right, so now that you know that clarification, I'm going to tell you that I would buy the Wave Blaster 2. And I like it. I like the Wave Blaster 2. The slower Wave Blaster 2 is my personal favorite runabout.
So the XP wins, but we both way rather have the Wave Blaster 2. I believe the Wave Blaster 2 has a lot more potential with a few mods.
Wave Blaster 2 does leave a little bit to be desired for power. Doesn't seem like it has quite enough juice. And, maybe you could try to bolt on a pipe or something. Yeah, put a carbon pipe on that thing. No, that's not quite going to cut it. It needs something that's going to really make it more fast. And, I don't really want to spend like $600 on a pipe and mill the head and all that junk. I'll just spend a few $100 on a 1200 and drop that baby in there. And, everybody on the internet says it bolts right in. Yeah, it bolts right in. Actually, if you look at it, it's kind of really vague information, but basically it bolts right in. Yeah. Or does it?
So anyways, the Waveblaster 2 will be back to get its revenge on this XPDI. Hopefully I can get the XPDI running to its full potential by then, so we'll have another excellent matchup.
That's right, and we're going to tell you the truth, because you can trust us to tell you. We don't lie.
Because lying is bad.
Do people not soup up them DIs or something? Come on.
No. Nobody soups up the DIs. Look who decided to show up. It's Jason on his triple swapped Waveblaster 1.
3, 2, 1.
When the Waveblaster 2 comes back with a triple, we're going to put it up against the Waveblaster 1 with the triple and this XPDI being fixed up. So we'll have a three-way head-to-head battle. Obviously, the Waveblaster 1 with triple would dominate either one of these things right now because it has an insane lap time in the 40s, like 40 seconds.
40-second lap time? Wow.
So make sure to check in for all of our videos, because you never know what kind of awesome video is going to come up next.
Gosh, I sure would be tuning in for that. Wow.
Guys.